I wish I had never asked. Now, I can't look at my wife the same way again. It all started one cold night when I noticed something strange about my wife, Nneka. We'd been married for years, but recently, she just wasn't the same. She seemed distant. She wouldn't talk to me the way she used to. It felt like she was there but not really there, if you know what I mean. She'd often get lost in her own thoughts, her eyes staring blankly into space. At first, I thought maybe it was stress, maybe something was going on at work or in her life. But deep down, I knew something wasn't right. People in the village started whispering too. They said she was seeing another man, that she was cheating on me. But I knew that wasn't it. Something worse was happening. Something I couldn't explain. I had to find out the truth, even if it meant going to see the village native doctor, Okoro. Okoro was an old man who lived on the edge of the village. He was known for his strange powers. People said he could talk to spirits. I didn't believe in all that nonsense, but I needed answers. So, I went to him. I asked Okoro, "What's wrong with my wife? Why is she acting so strange?" Okoro didn't say a word at first. He just looked at me, as if he already knew what I was about to ask. "She is not who you think she is." I almost laughed. "What do you mean?" I asked him. "She's my wife. I know her better than anyone." But Okoro wasn't playing games. "No, she is not human. Your wife, she is a spirit. A Mami Wata, a water spirit." I couldn't believe it. "What?" I said. "You're telling me my wife isn't human?" I thought he was crazy. But he didn't stop. Okoro told me my wife wasn't just acting distant, she was hiding her true nature. And he said I needed to know the truth, even if I didn't like it. Okoro took me to the river, the same place my wife always went when she needed space. The river. I never thought much about it. But that night, everything changed. "Stay here. Watch closely." I didn't know what was happening. But suddenly, the river began to shimmer. I felt a chill, something cold, and the air thickened. I felt like I couldn't breathe. And then, I saw her. Nneka. She was standing by the river, glowing faintly. But it wasn't her. Not really. Her skin was pale, almost see-through. Her eyes were black, wide, unnatural. And when she smiled, it wasn't a smile. It was more like a grin. A predator's grin. She is a Mami Wata. She feeds off your love. But soon she will take you. She will pull you into the river. And you will never come back. I couldn't move. I wanted to scream, but no sound came out. I felt trapped, like my own body wasn't mine anymore. "Take this. It will protect you. But you must leave her. If you stay too long, she will drag you down." Okoro told me to leave immediately. And I did. I wish I could say it was all a bad dream. But it wasn't. And it hasn't stopped haunting me. I ran from the river that night. I didn't stop until I was safe in my house. But even in the safety of my walls, I couldn't escape the feeling that she was coming for me. I thought about Okoro. He had warned me, but I didn't understand the danger until now. I had to go back to Okoro. I needed answers, and I needed him to help me understand what was happening. I didn't know if he was still alive, but something told me that he knew more than he let on. When I walked into Okoro's hut, it felt different. The air was thick with something. Something I couldn't explain. I called out to him, but there was no answer. I searched the hut, calling out his name, but Okoro was gone. It was like he disappeared into thin air. Then I found this, a message from Okoro. Written in his own hand. He had known what would happen. He had known that Nneka, or whatever she truly was, would come for me. But what was written on that paper, it changed everything. To my friend, you are in grave danger. Your wife is not what she seems. The Mami Wata feeds on love, yes. But she will take your soul, your very essence, until there's nothing left. She will stop at nothing to pull you into the water, into her world. But there is a way to break the curse. It will not be easy. You must find the sacred stone from the riverbed. The one that binds her to this world. Only then can you truly set her free, and save yourself. The sacred stone. I had no idea what that meant. But I knew I had no choice. Okoro had left me with a task, something only I could do. But there was one problem, I couldn't do it alone. I had to go back to the river, to face Nneka again. I made my way to the river. My heart pounded in my chest. Every step felt like I was walking towards my death. But there was no turning back. And then, I saw her. Nneka. She was waiting for me, just like Okoro had warned. But this time, she didn't look the same. Her smile was twisted. Her eyes, they weren't just black anymore. They were empty, hollow. She was coming closer. She spoke. Her voice wasn't like before. It was cold, distant, like a voice from deep within the water.
You should have stayed away. You should have never come back.
I know what you are. And I'm here to end this, whatever you are.
You think you can break the bond? I am the river. I am the water. You are nothing compared to me.
In that moment, I felt it, a pull, something strong and ancient. The stone was there, beneath the water, cold and smooth. I grasped it, and the world seemed to shift around me. I didn't know what I was doing, but I held on. I held on with everything I had. And then, with one final pull, the water calmed. The air grew still. When the mist cleared, she was gone. But so was Okoro. I never saw him again. I think he knew the truth all along. I think he knew I would have to do it myself. So, what happened to Okoro? I'll never know. But I'm sure he did what he had to do. He was never just a native doctor. He was a guardian, a protector. And I think he knew that one day, I'd be the one to face the truth. I broke the curse. I freed her. But I can never forget what I saw. What I learned. And what I lost.